Have you ever pondered the question, what is the good life? You see, we get a lot of messages about what it looks like to have the good life. We get messages that tell us that having a good life is about having an expensive car, a big house, a big job with a lot of money to go with it, a family, children, some pets, and that country life. Maybe, I don't know. But we all get different messages about what the good life looks like. Perhaps for you, the good life is being healthy, being able to run and having a strong physique. That could be the good life for you. Perhaps maybe for you, it's about dressing in the most expensive and fresh fashion that is currently in trend, and that is the good life, being able to attain those things. But what is really the good life? My name is Miselo. I serve on the wider leadership team here in the church, and this is my thought for the week. All right, so on pondering this question, there are really two things for me that my mind has kind of been meditating on, okay? One is purpose, the second one is delight. Now, as Christians, our worldview is not shaped by what the world is saying, so we are not conformed to the ways of the world, but we are conformed to what God is saying to us. And in John chapter 10 and verse 10, we find here Jesus telling us, right, that the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Then he goes on to say that I am come, that is, Jesus has come, that we may have life and have it in abundance. That is, it overflows, right? And to me, that sounds very exciting. That sounds like the good life. But in what Jesus is saying also, we can read from there that unless we are truly, fully committed and subscribed to what the purpose of God is, we will not experience the good life. So the good life comes from, number one, following the plans and the purposes of God for our lives. Right, that's when we experience the joys and the freedom that comes as part of that good life, that abundant life that Jesus is telling us about. Now, I know it sounds challenging and almost in opposite direction to your own aspirations and desires, but there is a trust element as well, I think, that we must have to follow Christ and to follow Him in everything that He's leading us to do. The second thing is from, if you read the Psalms, Psalm 73 verse 25 and 26, which reads that, whom have I in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. My flesh, my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. So this psalm is telling us that our greatest delight, our greatest joy must come from doing the things of God. The things that delight God should delight us, and our greatest satisfaction should come from doing the will of God. So the two are not contrary. So we're living in the purposes and plans of God, and then we are delighting in the things of God. Our joy comes from that, and that is what's going to give us the good life, not just for the moment we're here on earth, but the good life that is eternal, the good life that is what I would say transgenerational. It can cross over into the life in Christ beyond this earth, okay? And in the words of my favorite artist, Trip Lee, who did a whole album called The Good Life, and he's written a book about the good life. He ends with these words: a good life is a life that's been laid down, meaning that the good life is a surrendered life. The good life is where we have given it all up to God to do whatever He wills and desires in our lives. And that is the good life. Okay? Have a good week.